Is that thing even recording? What's up guys, Fred here, your Photoshop teacher, and today I'm gonna show you something really cool. I'm gonna show you how you can transform yourself into Aquaman in just 5 minutes. We're going to take this image and transform it into that. So usually it's kind of like Aquaman, you know, it's similar, and anyway you have to agree that it looks awesome. So I guess let's get started. Roll the intro. Wait man, we don't have intro. Oh, we don't? Oh, okay, then let's just go to Photoshop. So the first thing that we need to do is actually to create the project, of course. So let's just press create new. Okay, so now make sure width is 1000, height is 1 to 50, it's pixel selected here, resolution is 300, color mode is RGB color, and let's press create. Okay, so here's the image that we're going to use, but of course you can use any other image, and I'm gonna show you where you can find actually quality images in a second. So let me just put this image here. Okay, and let's now make sure there are no white spaces, so we can just press and drag, and when you do that make sure you hold shift, because if you don't hold shift then your image won't scale proportionally. So when you drag that, then let's just press OK here. Okay, so now let's delete this background layer because we don't really need it. And the next thing we actually need to do, we need to have some image of the sea, of the water. So for example, this is the image that we're going to use in this project. This one, and I'm gonna show you how I can actually find this kind of image. And so in order to find this kind of image we need to go to Unsplash. So unsplash.com is actually a website that has tons of high quality images, and you can find like anything you want there, like almost anything. So, and let's just, you know, right here see, let's wait. Okay, so now we need to make sure that the image defined is actually shot from above the sea. So, and also the whole image needs to be like the sea, but this one would be actually fine because there's lots of water here. That's what we need. This is no, because that's not, it's not shot from above. Like we need something flat like this. No. Maybe we could try, but it doesn't really look nice. So anyway, you can have a look, like you can find different images that you want here, but if you want to find exactly this kind of image, what you can actually do, just go to unsplash.com and then write @Oscar to the keys and this is actually the author here, and you'll find this image in his portfolio and you can download it and use it for free. So let's now go to Photoshop and let's insert our image here. Let's take it and put it here. Come on, and let's just press OK. So now let's take this image and put it down. Perfect. I didn't have breakfast. You see how much I have to sacrifice for you? I just woke up, I started shooting this video, I don't eat, I don't sleep, I don't breathe. Okay, maybe I lied about the last one. Let's get back to the topic. Now we need to create a mask, and in order to do that, just press on this image here and press here create a mask, and you will have this kind of white mask here created. And if you don't know what actually mask does, then please just open the window and jump. No, I'm kidding, don't do that unless you want to, of course. Why I said it, because like mask is one of the most important things that Photoshop has, and if you don't know how mask actually works, like no problem, just go to my channel and learn from Fred and type here mask. Oops, sorry, mask, and you will get here how mask works and how mask works too, and you can just watch that and then go back to this video. And just to remind you, I have a free Photoshop course on my website, so if you want to learn Photoshop essentials, then just see the link below this video in the description. Let's continue. So now when we have this mask, let's go here, press right, and let's make sure we have this brush tool selected. So also make sure you have the here black color, because we are actually going to delete some of the parts of this guy in order to see the water behind him. So for example, let's get closer. If I just do like this, see what happens. We actually see the water that's located behind this guy. So for example, something like that. but of course that's not what we need. So let's just go and, you know, just go back and again back. Okay, so make sure you have the mask selected. Okay, that's very important. So not the image but the mask. Go here. First of all, make sure hardness is 0. Then increase the size of your brush a little bit. Okay, that's already much better. Another thing that we actually need to do is you have here opacity and flow, and we have to work with these things. So what actually they do? So let me just show you separately what they do. Let me turn off both of this and let me press here so to create a new layer. And we have here black color selected. Let me just make my brush bigger. So first of all, opacity and flow is 100. I can just draw and it just draws a normal circle. And wait, there is such a big distance between the circles. As you can see here, for example, if you look, you see there is a big distance between circles. Circle, 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 circle. If you have the same problem, what you can do, make sure you go to window, brush settings, and you have here spacing. Make sure you make this 1%. And now if you draw, you see much better. There is no distance between circles. Okay, let me close this. Anyway, let's continue. Let's make my brush a little bit smaller. So now, let me show you what if we have, like, for example, this is the normal brush. What if we have opacity 50%? You see, opacity 50%, so we see 50% less. That's okay. But what actually flow does? So let's turn opacity 100. Let's put flow on 1%. If I start drawing now, see what happens. When I do once, what it actually does, it draws only 1% of the brush. When I do again, it adds more. I draw, and as you can see, when I continue drawing, it gets closer to 100%, so it gets closer to this one. So what flow does, when we have flow 1%, that means when we start drawing, it starts with 1% and it continues up to 100%, the brush visibility. So for example, again, I start drawing 1%, 10%, 20%, and so on. So I can just draw like this. But if, for example, flow is 100 and opacity is, like, let's say 30, 23, I draw. As you can see, it doesn't matter how much I draw, it's always going to be 23 unless I release my mouse button and start drawing again. Okay, so let me just delete this. You don't need it. So let's now turn on this image here, and let's go back to our mask. So let's make sure our opacity is around 25%, and let's make flow around 3% for now. Or 4%. We will change it later probably. Oops, sorry, my mistake. So now, for example, if we start drawing, see what happens. Let's make this a little bit small. Oh, let's turn on the image below. Okay, so when I draw, see what happens. I draw on the mask with black color. I start seeing the water that's actually located behind. So now you just have to work with the brush. For example, I draw here a little bit, just a little bit. Okay, don't do too much. A little bit here, a little bit here, and we start already seeing the water that's located behind this guy. And see, it already looks so cool. And let me just, so for example, now if you want to draw it, if you want to make it even more visible, you just have to draw again, and just make sure you don't draw on the eyes, on the nose, or on the mouth, because that's the crucial parts in order to make sure he still looks like a human. Okay, so here like this. Look, isn't that awesome? Look how cool. And that's actually so simple, right? Okay, so now we have here this Aquaman. You can actually continue drawing. For example, if I continue, I'm gonna have more of this water here, and again here, for example, here, more and more. And what else we need to do is let me just wait, where was this? Let me show you the artwork again, because we also have left the eyes there, so we need to change the color of the eyes to blue. Let me see. That's actually my Instagram. I have here lots of cool projects if you're interested in. And let me see, where is that project, so I can have a look again at it. Oh, okay, here. And as you can see, the eyes are blue. So, and also as you can see, we see more of the water, so the colors are stronger, but we can do that as right. We will do that now as well. So first of all, let's do the eyes. In order to change the color of the eyes, what we need to do, let's just create a new layer. Okay, let's get closer. Let's make our brush size smaller, like even smaller, like this, even smaller, something like that. And the color doesn't really matter. Let's make it just black for now, for example. No, actually no, let's not make it black, let's make it blue. Yeah, This one should be fine. Let's make it blue. And for example, if I start coloring, see what happens. They get blue like this, and I can do the same here. But that's not the end. Now that actually also looks kind of fine, but what we can actually do, we can go here to normal, and here we can start changing the different blending modes, for example darken, multiply, and so on, to find the one that fits the best. For example, my camera turned off for some reason. Okay. And yes, so when you have drawn this with blue color, you can just go here and you can start finding different blending modes. For example darken, you can color burn, no, let's see which one actually fits best. Soft light, that looks good. No, okay, let's do darken. And now for example we can draw even more blue to make them even bluer, I would say, like this. Yes, you can see it looks pretty cool, right? So now the eyes are blue, and if you want now to make the image even more intense, more bluish like this, as you can see here, what you can do, we can just go here and press your hue saturation. And for example now if we make the saturation higher, see what happens. The color of the blue colors actually like get more saturated. That's why we see them much better. Also what you could do is actually you could try to change this colors, the hue. If you change the hue, you're going to have different colors here, and maybe there's this something you like as well, so you can just play along, you know. That's actually also nice. That's fine. So let me see if we did everything. Yep, that's it basically, guys. I really hope you enjoyed this tutorial, and yeah, make sure you subscribe because I'm creating daily videos, daily different cool projects, and also different Photoshop secrets. I'm sure you're going to like them. See you till the next lesson. Bye.